Hello there. A very good day to you, and thanks for joining us on yet another interesting segment of the newspaper review right here on TAF TV for today, the 3rd day of June 2022. My name is Cyril Aloysius, and joining me in today's session of the newspaper review is one of our very popular faces, Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, you're very much welcome to join us.
Thank you, sir.
All right, as usual, before we go straight to the business of the day, we'll go on a short break, and when we return, all of the headlines will be coming your way. Just stay with us.
Hey there! Are you looking to record your videos, do your voiceovers, and take your professional pictures? Look no further. With our state-of-the-art newsroom, photography, kitchen for our food content creators, and exclusive children's studio, we certainly can deliver the best studio experience. Our carefully designed studio space can bring your diverse creative content ideas to life. We aim to consistently serve value to our customers far and wide. Come, let Tharv Media give life to your dreams. Tharv Media, a slice of infotainment.
All right, you're welcome back from that short break. Mr. Victor, the first paper we shall be looking at for today is The Punch. And amongst the headlines in The Punch, we have, I brought Buhari out of political retirement. Assisted him to emerge president. That's according to Tinubu on page 2 of The Punch. Says, I brought Buhari out of political retirement. Assisted him to emerge president. Tinubu is saying in page 2 of The Punch. And in page 10 of The Punch, we have Queen Elizabeth suffers discomfort during parade. Misses Jubilee service today. Queen Elizabeth suffers discomfort during parade. Misses Jubilee service today. That's on page 10 of The Punch. And on page 11 of The Punch, we have Okada ban. Lagos crushes another 2,228 motorcycles today. Lagos crushes another 2,228 motorcycles today. And lastly, in The Punch, we have ASU strike. ASU meets as visitation panels submit reports. ASU meets as visitation panels submit reports. That's on page 10 of The Punch. Okay, sir, I don't know which of the headlines interest you to talk about.
I think I would love to start with the Queen.
Okay.
Okay, because this is her 70th year on the throne, okay, being a monarch, the British monarch. So it's up there in the news. It's more like the most trending international news. And I want to, at the same time, congratulate the world, and more especially the British, for having a queen that has stayed on the throne for 70 years, being the longest serving monarch that they have. She's 96, and she's been carrying the country along so nice. And I want to also relate it to the Nigeria system, whereby our aged politicians do not have the, what I say, the goodwill of the people when they get so old, okay? We should also understand that Nigeria is a unique place, okay? And we just can't wait to develop. So when we have leaders that are old, the youth tends to go hard on them because they feel that they don't have the health to push through. Okay, the president, as in President Muhammadu Buhari, also came out yesterday to congratulate her, and also let the world know that she's a smart leader, and she is not a ruler. Yeah, quoting him directly, that she's not a ruler, but a friend and compatriot to her people. Okay, and we also know, if you relate it to Nigeria, you find out that most our so-called leaders are merely rulers because they don't listen to people. Okay, they do things at their own will. Okay, so I love the way Nigeria is also, because we are in the Commonwealth of Nations, and we have in Abuja, we have lined up events in Abuja that we are also celebrating with the British people. Yesterday, I saw some highlights of the event. She was on, just by her corridor, and you will see plenty people. I mean, her corridor in Buckingham Palace. You will see plenty people gathered. I don't know when Nigeria will have such.
We have a
Our
long way to
problems
go.
are too many. But yeah,
We have
I
a long
want
way
to
to
keep
go.
relating all this to Nigeria. Okay? I don't know which day that we will gather as the people.
We have a long way to go.
You can see sea of persons there. In fact, it extended from Buckingham Palace down to Trafalgar Square. Yeah, if you're into British history and places. As in, when I mean a sea of people were there to celebrate with their queen, singing "God bless the Queen, God bless the Queen." So, and you also notice from her family, we had the three possible successor from her throne, which is Prince Charles. Prince Charles was there, which is the son.
Yes.
Then we had there was Prince Williams and Prince George. Prince George is the smallest boy,
Okay.
more like the youngest to be along the throne.
Okay.
Okay, and yeah, there were some backlashes that his other son, his second son, Prince Andrew, was not there. Okay, that man has he has some issues with sex. There was some sex charges around him, and people were like saying, okay, because of that. But they came out to also say that it is due to coronavirus that he got the virus. Okay, and we also need to note that Prince Harry, the one that moved to the US, in California, US, with his wife in 2020 during the corona year, and there are still some backlash that why wasn't he invited? Okay, I really don't know about that. But why I'm putting all these things to tell you that in most families, okay, in many families, you can have things like this occur, and they always find a way to manage it. So down to Nigeria, we should always find a way to manage our crisis. It's not that 70 years, yes, is huge. It's not that this woman has not been having hiccups and crises, but they find a way to manage it and make the masses feel better. Yeah, I'm happy. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts on that particular headline. Let's move straight now to our next paper. We shall be looking at the Vanguard. Amongst the headlines in Vanguard for today, we have presidential primaries. Presidential primaries, why Odigie Onyegun's panel cleared Tinubu and 22 others. That particular headline is in page 5 of the Vanguard. And in page 8 of the Vanguard, we have 1 million Tucano jets won't end banditry. 1 million Tucano jets won't end banditry, according to Professor Yusuf and Sheikh Gumi. And on page 6, we have train attack. Our 2-year-old baby among 62 still in captivity. Families of victims cry out to government. Our 2-year-old baby among 62 is still in captivity. Families of victims cry out to government. That's in page 6. And lastly, in page 10 of the Vanguard for today, we have 2023 polls. How I made Osibanjo vice president in 2015, according to Tinubu. That's in page 10 of the Vanguard. Okay, Mr. Victor, I don't know which of them you want to talk about.
Okay, I would love to talk about the 1 million Tucanos can't end banditry first. Okay, let me just put a little up on the news, some touches to the news. Now, what is he saying? That 1 million Tucanos, that's jet fighters, cannot stop banditry, which is true. If you just imagine now, okay, let's flood the airways with helicopters and Tucano jets looking for bandits. My brother, it does not solve it. Everything goes down on the ground. Everything happens on the ground. Yes, jet fighters are very important, but mind you, intelligence gathering is very critical in fighting banditry. Okay, so in this country, you find out that many things happen on the ground. Kidnappings happen on the ground. In fact, many of these people have just little cells. It can be a group of 5 persons, and they can plan a very big hit. Okay, look at what is happening in Anambra State and Imo State. It's not just about having helicopters up there. They should get trained personnel that can infiltrate these bandits, can infiltrate these criminals, and find
vital information.
Yes, and use technology. Use technology. Oh my God, there was this case that just happened, that the police how to use technology. Remember when the governor of Anambra State, remember the death of the lawmaker? We mentioned it about 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
A lawmaker that was killed, that even his head was cut off and brought to the road and was hung. Soludo had to place a bounty. He placed a bounty, about 10 million naira bounty. Do you know that that clique, that cartel, has been apprehended? They've held them. They are not even in Abuja. They took them to Abuja from Anambra State. How did it happen? Intelligence gathering, IT, information technology, through their phones.
So let's I think that's a good one.
Yes.
That's a good one. But
yes.
But then should we now deploy the technique of placing bounties on probably getting these
no, that was a smart.
Yeah,
that was a smart idea.
So are you saying that should be a technique that our government should consider deploying?
Definitely.
Most of the times.
Definitely.
Because without a doubt, these persons carrying out these crimes actually live in the society.
Yes.
And there are some persons who know this person.
Yes.
So if I'm being promised a 10 million naira to bring
la
you,
la.
if I bring you to book,
that
means yeah, I think
that is strong
motivation
for persons to go out
and bring you.
I beg. In this time, 10 million naira. So people will work for that money, and it's really paid off because the criminal. In fact, do you know I even got to the.
But Mr. Victor, should we now be at a level where bounties must be placed before these criminals are being fished out?
It is not the total solution. It is part, for me, it is part
for
of the
how
solution.
long will you keep placing bounties and giving out money? Just
Man,
for...
if it's forever, what I'm after is let it be productive. Let these people be held. Okay? 10 million is not worth a Nigerian life. So if it's about pulling out 10 million, because, okay, look at what happened to the Methodist Church. They paid 100 million to release.
If the Nigerian government actually places a bounty of like 20 million naira to anybody to provide to them vital information about these bandits and how to go about getting them to book, maybe that could help.
It will help.
Don't you think so?
It will help. Even in the US, even in the UK, when they are looking for criminals, they paste it on their walls. Don't
wanted.
You watch? Yes,
these persons are wanted.
Yes. It's an old way of getting criminals.
Now, yes. Because these criminals don't stay in the air. They stay.
Yes. So it's not about the Tucanos. It's not about jet fighters. You come down here and walk the walk.
That's a very good point, Mr. Victor.
So I will also use this opportunity to congratulate the governor of Soludo, governor of Anambra State, for this unique idea of using bounties to catch these criminals. Yes. And it really worked. In fact,
it would have been a very sad one had those criminals escaped.
Even my brother, even one of the criminals, one of the kidnappers, wore all these their charms, their audacious. They shot him. There was no way, but mind you now, you see these are military men.
Yes.
They still have their own.
They know
oh my God.
all the ways to get you.
So they used the other way around and got the man. Even down to the herbalist, not herbalist, the juju. Because they work with these men.
Yes.
Okay. So the native doctor was even apprehended with a mobile phone.
Good.
The native doctor was using the phone of the dead man, the deceased lawmaker, and they tracked him through the nearest marks, and that was it. Got him red-handed. The native doctor is inside the cell.
That's a nice one.
Yes.
That's a nice one.
Yes.
So let's move straight now to our next and last paper for today. That's the Daily Sun. And amongst the headlines, Daily Sun, we have APC governors meet on Buhari's successor. APC governors meet on Buhari's successor. That's on page 6. And on page 3, we have Southeast PDP caucus nominates Ekonife as Senate Minority Leader. Okay, on page 4, we have bomb blows up IPOB members in Imo. Bomb blows up IPOB members in Imo. And lastly, on page 6, we have zoning consensus tear governors apart. Zoning consensus tear governors apart. Okay, Mr. Victor, I don't know which of the headlines interest you.
So this weekend, like I said yesterday, this weekend we'll be having some aspirants, some APC aspirants stepping down, the presidential aspirants. Yes, the panel of Oyegun, Chief Oyegun, has cleared the 23 aspirants, which I think is, they use that, they have to clear everybody so that it will not be that they are stepping on anybody's toe, okay? Mind you, they are trying to control the unity. They are trying to make sure that there is no implosion in the party. So they move everybody, oh yeah, go ahead and contest. But mind you, in fact, just yesterday, Tinubu was with David Umahi. Okay, no, 2 days ago. Not David Umahi, my brother. The governor of Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayade, was with him. And you find out how will two aspirants be meeting? Because they are trying to form coalitions. David Umahi, same thing, trying to form
a cartel.
Will you call it a cartel?
Or a caucus?
Yeah, caucus will be better, okay? So now you find out that Lawan himself is also forming, Lawan of the Senate president, is also forming with his own group of aspirants, okay? Now, I can't forget, Ibikunle Amosun, former governor of Ogun State, has also come out. He's pitching tent with Yemi Osibanjo, Professor Yemi Osibanjo. Okay. But I'm sorry, it's, well, unfortunately, we that were in River State found out that our own Chief Rotimi Amechi, it seems that he is dropping down from the pecking order. Okay? There are not much. The momentum has really dropped from his own side. Okay. You find out that it is more like a two-horse race. Tinubu and Osibanjo as it is going right now, okay? Okay, now, mind you, Tinubu was with the governor of Ogun State. He was at Abeokuta yesterday, where he made that strong declaration that without him, the president, Buhari, couldn't have been president. He even also stated that the president, as in Buhari, came to meet him and say, I want you to come work with me. I want you to become the vice president of Nigeria when I get elected, because that if it's not just him, Tinubu, that even, that's Buhari saying, that if he cannot pick somebody like Tinubu that governs that controls 6 states in the Southwest, that even Pope, him working with Pope, he will not win this election, that he needs somebody like Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Because that he had already tried the Igbos before as his deputy, but he failed the election. Number 1 on the list was Chuka Okadibo, or Chuba Okadibo, okay? He was a former Speaker of the House, just for a small House of Representative, right? Yeah. Okay, so after him trying out the coalition with Chuba being his deputy, it did not work out. He went further to choose Umezuoke, yes, Umezuoke, and it still did not work. Edwin Umezuoke, it still did not work. So he came up to Tinubu to say, please, let's work in hand. But Tinubu now saying that, see, he did not want a situation whereby there will be a Muslim ticket. Because Tinubu is a Muslim, Buhari is a Muslim. Having a president being a Muslim and a vice being a Muslim. And they were even, he also mentioned that Bukola Saraki was even in the mix then to become the Senate president. Okay? So how would they have Muslim president, Muslim vice president, and Muslim Senate president? So he was now left with the option to pick who he wants to be running mate to Buhari. That he was given the power to pick whoever he wanted. Okay. So he chose 3 persons: Cardozo, Wale Ekun, and Yemi Osibanjo. And they even asked him that if he had other leaders, he wanted to bring a 4th leader, but he now said, see, why would I even bring all these persons so that they might just say, okay, these people, but let's just go make another choice. But he was not firm to say, pick Professor Yemi Osibanjo.
You know that there are always two sides to a story.
Yes, yes. But let's also note that the VP, Yemi Osibanjo, had a very, will I say, a very strong meeting with 5 governors yesterday. And the atmosphere in the air is showing that this could be, Yemi Osibanjo could be the anointed one, because the way his meetings are going, persons are not even rejecting, because there are some places that some aspirants will want to go to have a meeting and they will not show up.
Okay.
It happened with P2B, that he wants to go to some places and in quotes, the host will not show up. Okay. So, but you find out whenever Yemi Osibanjo calls for a meeting, boom, they are there. So, well, it's almost time. By Monday, the primaries will be held, and we will also find out who becomes the flag bearer for the APC come 2023 election. Okay,
thank you so much for your thoughts on that particular headline. But shortly before we call it a day, do you have anything to say concerning the bomb blows of the IPOB members who were blown up in Imo by bomb?
Oh, yes, yes. Unfortunately for them, the bomb they created to use for the poor masses, against the poor masses, blew them up. This is more like the Bible coming into play here. Okay?
The wicked shall fall into their own pit.
Yes, yes. So that's what just happened. And I just want to use this medium to encourage the force, the army, the police. These people have been dealt with by these IPOB members. How can you be on the road, okay, protecting the nation, and these guys will just run into you and they will shoot? It happened the other day at Okija. People were traveling. A friend of mine was even at the scene. They were just traveling. Lo and behold, the IPOB guys came out. Okay, they said they are not IPOB, they are unknown government. Came out and shot. We are just killing innocent force men.
Definitely, they won't tell you who they are. They always want to use unknown government, so you don't know their identity. But at least. Okay, thank you so much, sir, for your thoughts.
Thank you.
In the show today, we really do appreciate you coming. Thank you so much. And as for you who has been watching us, thank you so much for being faithful to your screen. Without you, we would not be here. Without you, this show wouldn't be possible. Thank you so much. And please do not forget that you can also be a part of this show. If you have any questions you want to ask, any suggestions you want to make, do well to drop your suggestions and thoughts in the comment section of any of our social media, the comment section of any of our social media handles. You can also follow us. Please follow us on our social media handles. On YouTube, we are TAF TV. On Instagram, we are TAF TV_NG. On Facebook, we are TAF TV. And on Twitter, we are TAF TV. My name remains Cyril Aloysius. It's a bye-bye for now. Until we come your way again next time, do have a wonderful day.